Taking as a hypothesis that almost all history pre-1700s has been covered up, then it's our task to try and piece together what we can, given reputable sources, preferably primary, but also common sense and an awareness of repeating patterns. The narrative presented in our universities can be seen in these images. 100 years of European warring, Napoleon and his empire, the French Revolution. Impractical, brightly coloured uniforms, horseback combat, and before this the so-called Great Holy Roman Kings of the medieval period, with names like Pepin the Short and Charles the Bald. The common people lived in very simple backwoods towns and villages like these. For me, the fiction writer's hand hovers over all of this. There is no physical proof any of it happened. Definitely the architectural remains tell a different story. In this light, the historical plays of Shakespeare can be seen as propaganda pieces. The current aristocracy and royalty, the inbred families, justify their position through supposed great conquests of two buildings from this reset period. One of them is St. Paul's Cathedral. Wikipedia says that St. Paul's was built between 1675 and 1710. That's just 35 years. Conveniently, just after the Great Fire of London, and under the supervision, but not directly attributed, to Master Mason Sir Christopher Wren. It includes this spacious underground crypt and all the other signs of old world architecture as covered in earlier videos. This is once again explained away by describing it as a combination of neoclassical, Gothic and Baroque. In other words, the controllers did not fully understand and definitely could not replicate these types of buildings, most of which end up as churches, of which there are 2,000 in London. Also mental hospitals, orphanages, Blenheim Palace stretches credulity further. This sprawling stone building and landscaped gardens was supposedly thrown up in just 17 years, between 1705 and 1722. In the very well researched graphic novel From Hell, the character of Sir Henry Gull is sent by Queen Victoria to cover up by murder an inconvenient royal pregnancy by a prostitute. The killings become a ritual, and we are given an insight into the energetic significance of these key buildings that survive the resets, all of which can be understood using the Flat Earth map and cosmology. It relates to sacred geometry and ley lines. Also, along with human sacrifice, this has everything to do with black magic. This map shows what the Victorians claimed London was like pre-1700. Little more than a small fishing town along the river.